Well, guess what, folks? It is Christmas in July. Because it's July and I just got this new toy, and for me it's like Christmas time. I've been searching for something like this for a while. I don't know, a few months ago I had a heck of a time troubleshooting an issue with the RV. Got the 8.1 Vortec, had a misfire. Finally tracked it down. It ended up being the computer. But what helped me track it down was the fact that I was able to borrow a Modus scanner, a Snap-on Modus scan tool. Very expensive scan tool that gives you all the good information that's most OBD2 scanners can't reveal. Not even a little scan gauge here that I have mounted up here, which if your check engine light comes on, then yeah, you can probably pull a code. But with this tool here, you can get a lot more information. And there's a fellow on the RV forum, Rob. He was the guinea pig. He found this on eBay. What it is, it's a Chinese clone of the GM Teck 2 scanner. So it's not the factory item, but it works. It does everything I need it to do, and I thought it was a pretty good deal for the information that it gives us, especially if you're dealing with the 8.1 Vortec on a Workhorse chassis. Well, as far as that goes, it actually takes care of anything from 1992 through 2010 on GM products. And I think you can order different cards, different memory cards to go in there and get to take care of other vehicles too. But all I was concerned about is my RV here. But what you get in the box, of course, you get the big scanner, and you get all kinds of connectors here. You get all these for different, like OBD1 and connectors I've never seen before. All kinds of different vehicles, you know, from 1992 through 2010. Got like some kind of data cable. Got here for accessing the battery to get 12 volts if you need it. I think that's on some of the older OBD2 connections where they didn't have a power connector, so you'd have to use it separately. You've also got another little connector here that I'm using at the moment. It plugs into the cigarette lighter, and the only reason I'm using it is I've noticed that if you're playing with this with the engine off, go ahead and turn it on. If you go to start the engine, then it has to reset because it breaks the connection momentarily. So if you plug it up here, you can have it on, read your parameters and any error code, start the engine, and it won't reset. It'll just stay put. So anyway, I was going to show you a little bit. Well, let me show you about what I paid for this thing. And if you want to get one, if you own a Vortec, I think you better. It's a good idea. Right there's the number. That's the item. If you just Google that number or plug it on eBay, it'll pull it up. Now, what I did on Rob's advice, he told me to make an offer, and I did. I made an offer of $328, and they accepted it. Normally, I think they normally sell them for $345. So I put in an offer of $328. They accepted my offer, and it just so happened on the day I was going to go buy it, eBay was having some kind of special thing. I can't remember, it's Father's Day or something, that if you put in this code, you could take another 15% off. So I did that. So I got the tool delivered to my house for $278.80. And so I think that's a really good deal for what it does. Let me show you a little bit of what it can do for us. And I'm just now learning it, getting it all figured out. But of course you got your diagnostics here, and we just go down here to 2005 because that's what mine is. Whoops. Yep, there we go. I choose. Let me go back. Exit. I make sure I hit 2000. No, I thought that was a 2004. Okay, so 2005. And let's choose Workhorse. And we go. I got the W24 chassis. And we'll go powertrain. There's 8.1 Vortec. Oh, look at there. It's the 5-speed automatic, but also it gives you details on the transmission. It can pull codes off the Allison transmission. That was a pleasant surprise. And then right here, it will pull up codes. And this really surprised me. I got to looking in here, and turns out I have a code stored that my scan gauge didn't show. Right there it is, a P0327 knock sensor. So I'm going to clear this and see if it comes back. I'm wondering. I just recently replaced the tie rod boots, and I was beating and banging on that to change them. So I don't know if that could have possibly freaked out the knock sensor or not. But I'm gonna clear it, drive it. If it comes back, I'll know I need to change it. I've already printed out the information here on what to do for as you got that type of code. It tells you the ohms to measure the resistance on the knock sensor. So I'll do that later if it needs to be. It shouldn't be too hard to replace. But anyway, so that's what's interesting about this tool is it pulls it up P0327, but my scan gauge will not. I can run a scan on it and it says everything is fine. And so I don't know how long I've been driving around with this code in there. Maybe it's just a pending code and it maybe has to set itself a couple times before it actually throw a check engine light. But with this tool, it does give you information early. All right, let's go back here, and it's easy to navigate. I like the buttons on it. You just exit and go back. And let me see here where else I want to go. Okay, there's the engine. Let me and you got freeze frame, capture info. I've been playing with it just a little bit. Let me start the engine so it'll show live data. Let's go data display. This is some of the good stuff here. Engine data. Okay, let's start it up. Okay. Hold this phone and drive it at the same time. Alright. And then you can just page down. Because it's got your map sensor. Because you got loop status, we're open because we're cold. It's going to warm up and it'll go closed loop. You can see the frequency on the oxygen sensors flipping back and forth, so they're doing their job. Page down again. Here shows the short-term, long-term fuel trims. Everything is 0 right now because we just started it up. Power enrichment. Oh, you know, the evap, purge control solenoid, all this kind of stuff tells you what's going on. Fuel tank pressure. Okay, that's got to do with the evap system. And even the air conditioner relay. It's like if I reach over here and turn that air conditioning on, you'll see it change. It says AZ relay command, and now it's on. So and it's got commands. You can manually turn fans on and turn on lights. You can manually do different things with it. Let me see what else is there here. All kinds of things that I don't know what are there yet. So. It's going to be some interesting reading to figure out what all it can do. And you can do freeze data. It's got graphing. Oh, let me see here. That's engine data. Okay, 1. There's engine data 2. Okay, of course there's fuel trim only if you want to just pull up your fuel trim. Gives you live data feed. Okay, let's go back. And go to Misfire Data. This is really great for troubleshooting. This is like magic having this information to you. So if you got a slight misfire at all, it'll tell you what cylinder it is on, and it also has history. So over time, if you've had a misfires, just random or bad misfire, it's going to let you know. So that is a great tool for troubleshooting any kind of problems. So you can isolate it. Maybe it's a plug wire, coil, injector, who knows. But that really makes it easy. What else we got? Fuel, there's Misfire Data. You can go in here to the evap. Gives you all kinds of data. Fuel tank pressure. Engine load. Alright, what else we got here? Cruise control data. HO2S data. What the heck is that? I don't even know what the heck that is. All the same stuff I've seen before. Okay, now you can see we're closed loop now. Its engine's warmed up. Alright, we got that. Let's back up. What else we got here? Let's go to the transmission, because I've got the 5-speed Allison. And let's see what kind of data we can pull out of this. Okay, engine torque, turbine speed. It knows what gear you're in. As I shift gears, it'll change. I think it'll do that. Let me try that again. Yeah, so it knows what gear I'm in. Very first. That's pretty cool. Let's see what else it's got about the transmission. Of course, it's got the fluid temperature. So all kinds of voltage. Of course, if it throws a code, you'll be able to pull the code on it. So that would be very good if you're on the road and you have a problem. You know, because I won't leave the house without this tool anymore, that's for sure. Okay, let's go back out of that. Let me see what else. That's transmission data. Oh yeah, and there's all kinds of other. What is this thing? It's still all about the transmission. More turbine speed. There's something here. Yeah, all kinds of about solenoids, shift data. That's transmission stuff. Let's see what else we got here. Specific functions, engine output controls, auxiliary fan. So like you can go in here and turn your auxiliary fan on if you want. I did that earlier playing with this thing. It's on. You say, okay, fan request is off, but I can manually kick it on. Okay, now it's running out there. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but I hear my auxiliary fan just kick on. And I just turned it off. So that's pretty interesting. What else we got in this command part? Okay, malfunction indicator light. So that's where you can manually turn the light on and off, make sure it works. I played with that earlier. You can manually turn the air conditioning relay on and off. Evap system, loop status, it tells you if you're open or closed. Oh yeah, fuel pump. You can actually turn your fuel pump off. You know, I guess if you're doing some kind of troubleshooting and you want the key on but no fuel pressure, you can manually turn the fuel pump on or off. And let me see here. Let's try that as a test. Okay, we are. Yeah, fuel pump mode command. So, and these buttons here correspond with these bars. So if I hit this button, that'll kick it off. And of course I got my fuel pressure gauge. I'll show you. I'm going to turn it off. Look at the pressure drop. And I'm going to kick it right back on. Oh, it builds back up. Because I did it quickly, the engine didn't die. Kick it off. Alright, kick it back on. It started to die, but I caught it in time. So you can do that. What else can we do? Echo pack. Fuel gauge. You have some weird settings on the fuel gauge. You can increase it and decrease it, I guess, if your fuel gauge is not giving you the true reading, I'm assuming. Oil life reset. Of course, we can do that with our gas pedal. I think you pump it 10 times or something other to do that. Oxygen heater control, if equipped. Speed calculation. Alright, so that's that. What else we got? Engine output, transmission output controls. So you can solenoids and pressure. So it's just amazing what this thing can do. Okay, the fuel system, that's probably back. Oh yeah, the cylinder balance test. I think what this does is you can set the park and brake. You can go into this mode and you can manually systematically turn off each fuel injector one at a time and measure the RPM drop. So that way you can see if you got one cylinder that's weaker than the others. So that's a nice option to have. Fuel injector balance test. You go into that kind of the same way. You hook up your gauge, because that's handy because I've already got my gauge hooked up all the time. So I always know what the fuel pressure is. And with this, you go in there and you choose what injector you want to turn off. And I think it pulses it so many times, and you look, I forget how many, like maybe send 50 pulses to it. And then you measure your PSI drop. And you do that for every injector. So that way you know each injector should be within so many percentage points of each other. So that way you know that you can kind of detect if you got a bad injector or a clogged injector. So that's what that does. And fuel trim reset. I don't know why you'd want to do that. but I'll go ahead and do it. Let's see what happens here. Fuel trim reset. Okay, just put it back to 0. Okay, that's easy. Alright. And fuel trim enable. Okay, so we'll leave that alone. TAC system, I don't know what that is. Engine speed control. Set parking bar, block wheel, start and idle engine. Engine speed control. Maybe that adjusts the idle. I really don't know what 100% sure what that does. More reading. Okay, go back. Oil life system, we know what that is. Crankshaft position, variation learn, misfire graphic. But now that would be handy if you had a misfire. So you could sit here and monitor. They would graph it for you what cylinder was misfiring. So wow, what a great tool. PTO. I don't guess we have a PTO on this. So anyway, that'll give you a little bit of what this thing can do. And I'm still learning. I don't know. Go clearing up there. Do you want to clear? Yes. So, because I do have a code in there, so I'm going to clear it right now. Let's do that. Clear the code. Yes. Records are being cleared. Okay, so now it's cleared. Let's go back. Go back. Okay. Let's see. Powertrain. Let's see if it has any code stored now. Okay, no trouble code. So I've cleared my trouble code for my NOx sensor. So I'll drive it around for a while, check it out later, see if it comes back. If it comes back, I'll know I'll need to change that NOx sensor. Wait for another video, won't it? But anyways, I think this is going to be a great investment in the RV. And if you got it 8.1, this would be something great to have. Don't leave home without it. Well, thanks for watching. Have a great day. I'm sure I'll be having more videos with this thing as things act up. We'll be learning together. Thanks. See you. Bye.